Okay, so welcome to the video on how to do or how to perform the Turkish get up. So this exercise is a really great exercise for bringing a lot of elements together in a single movement or a single exercise. So the Turkish get up works a lot of the sling systems in the body. So when we talk about a sling system, an example might be the oblique muscles sort of on the side of your body need to work with the glute muscles. So say down, the back of your leg, when you're walking, they need to work together in harmony to create stability and rotation in order for you to be able to walk. So this exercise itself works a lot of different sling systems. It works a lot of different movement patterns, but it works it in sort of end range. So you get really great mobility out of it too. So the exercise itself could be just a mobility practice for you if you do it unweighted. Add load to it to make it more difficult to really stimulate and get a response from all the major muscle groups that it tends to work. So what we're going to go through here today is just how to perform the Turkish get up. So this is just going to be an unweighted video. So I'm just doing it without weight just to go through and you can see just sort of what's involved. So we're starting off on our side here, knees bent at that sort of 90-90, rolling onto our back. And then we want that bottom leg to be out at sort of 45 degrees and nice and supported on this arm. So you can keep this arm at about 45 degrees or a little bit wider, just what feels comfortable to you. This leg on the right here, you can see is really supported. So my big toe, little toe, and heel are all fully connected to the ground because we're going to be driving through this leg to initiate a lot of the movement. So then we will bring our arm up and overhead. And to initiate, you're going to drift that arm over. See how it's come over the midline before I've actually rolled my torso up and off the ground. When you have a heavy weight in your hand, this is going to be really, really helpful because if that weight goes, if you roll and your shoulder stays behind you, it becomes very difficult to bring the heavy weight across. So bringing the arm across, you get that drift across the midline that makes this next phase really easy. So this next phase is what we call like the first one. So it's the roll to forearm. So you're going to roll your torso onto your forearm. Nice and supported through the elbow here, locking that shoulder out. And we're still driving through this right foot. Then we go from there to press to palm. So you see how my left hand rotated then. So all you're really doing, roll the forearm. You're just like, it's like you're opening a jar. You're just opening that jar, hand turns around, locking out that left arm, locking out the right arm, that left leg, toes are trying to point up to the ceiling, and then still connected to the ground with the right leg. Then we go bridge to hips. So we're bridging up to our hips, nice and supported through this posterior chain of the glutes and hamstrings. Then we go seat to feet, 90-degree angle. So you're going to slide that knee back. Nice. So now our hips, that foot's pointing that way, or that knee is pointing that way, and that left knee is pointing that way. So we're at 90 degrees. And then we're going to sit back to come into like a tall torso position. And from there, we windshield wipe that back foot around, and then come up into standing. And then we reverse the movement. So we come into like a reverse lunge. I like to tap the leg just to remind me which leg I'm using. And then sliding my hand down the thigh just to make sure my arm will be in alignment. It's really key, especially when you've got load here. See how nicely stacked that shoulder is, nice and locked out. That shoulder's nice and locked out. Going back to the bridge, lowering down onto the forearm, then rolling back onto our back. So here I'm going to show you from another angle. So we're going to roll to forearm. See how we got all these nice little triangles too? This just shows where our bases of support are. So triangle there, triangle there. It's just important to recognize that you're stable throughout the whole movement, the whole exercise. Turning that hand, bridge to hips, sliding that knee back. We're in that 90-90 position. Come up, lunge up into standing. And then we're going to come back down. Good. Sliding that hand off the thigh so we know where we're going. Lower down with control the whole time. Now you can practice this with a yoga block or a book, just balancing it on your hand. You can do it unweighted. You can do it as part of your warm-up. You can do it as part of your warm-down. If you don't have time to do any exercise, but you feel like you want to move your body, if you just did 2-3 reps unweighted each side, it's a really great sort of movement itself or mobility exercise. But then, of course, we'll add load. You'll have the 16-kilo kettlebell, and in which case I would encourage you to take your time, really own each position of the movement before moving on to the next one. It's all about control and being strong in what we're doing. That's the Turkish get up. So you're going to have some, there's going to be a video with me doing it weighted. It's a 40-second video that'll just sit in your program just so you can watch that and know what it looks like. But if you never need to refer back, you can always just check out this video, or just shoot me some questions, give me a call. I'm happy to sort of help out, and yeah, keen. Let's get stuck into it.